Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back into it and back at it. You've got The Local Show with Tom and Steve right here, broadcasting live from the Zoey Advertising Studios. How are you today,
Good.
Steve?
You realize we're going to totally lose control on this side, right?
Oh, absolutely. We got my people in.
I know.
Italy, now you're flooded now.
Italy, Sicily, it's all arrived here. So I'm just going to sit back and think thoughts of other things. So
right after you talk about Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts, please.
Go there.
Yes,
if you haven't made a will or a trust, you're not too bright because you need to do those things. So update it. Talk to my friends at Safe Harbor. I was just chatting with John this week. They're helping lots of people do the right thing. If you don't protect your home and life savings, you haven't protected your home and life savings. Don't hire the person that did your traffic ticket. They're not going to be very good at that.
That's right.
SafeHarborWillsandTrust.com. Tom.
There you go. Well, it's my pleasure right now to bring on an old friend. We were just trying to calculate when we met each other, and it goes back to 1986, which is a long time ago for those of you who can count. It's Lou Greco, a comedian and founder of the Uncle Louie variety show. I don't know if you're the founder or what.
Two founders, co-founders.
Two founders, okay.
As the other one's throwing things across the room.
What did you say? I'm going to find
we don't know.
A big fish.
We don't care about that.
Is done here.
Yeah, that's it. You better watch the horses. Sicilians in the room. Watch out.
Yeah, that's right.
We got co-founder Carlo Russo and Lou Greco here at the Uncle Louie Variety Show. And we'll get into how we did this. Listen to Tom's voice, though. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to the voice. Oh my God. It's so smooth you can spread it on a cracker.
Tell him that. I hear that every day. That guy with the voice.
It's a living.
Do you get?
Look at the other side. Look at his face.
It's a living.
What's that say? You have a face for radio? What's that?
I've had
a voice for radio
for a long time. I tell you what.
You're beautiful, baby.
So both of you guys are from Syracuse?
Yeah, we grew up. I'm from Italy, but yes, most of my life here. And
grew up in Syracuse. This is our hometown.
Yep, hometown.
So we have a show on September 29th here at our hometown. Tickets are going like crazy, but it's about time that, it's actually... we started advertising very early, and then all of a sudden it just blew up.
Where's
and I'm
the
like,
show?
oh my gosh.
Show's going to be at the Palace Theater, James Street.
That's beautiful place.
Absolutely. This is
place over there.
What's that?
Steve Skinner's place. Yeah.
So we've been. This is, I believe, I could be wrong, but maybe our fifth or sixth show at the Palace.
Yeah.
We do one every year, and then we've done one as co-hosts, and then we actually opened up there our first show in Syracuse outside of the restaurant we started at. That was our first show there. So I think this is our fifth or sixth time playing at the Palace.
Are you going to be funnier than you are right now?
No. This is absolutely the funniest that we're going to be.
But here's the thing. We got to give a shout out to Dolce Vita. And that's our first place, Antoinette at Dolce Vita, because she's the one that called us. We were doing 5-minute sketches in the basement. This is how we started. We were doing 5-minute sketches in the basement.
What year was that? Like, how long ago was it?
12 years ago. Okay. We were doing the words of the day.
And it was just, just something for our friends and relatives to laugh at, just growing up Italian, celebrating
There's
where
a
we
lot
came
of funny
from.
stuff that happens in Italian families.
That's right.
Sure. Don't understand,
And then Antoinette calls us up and she says, hey, why don't you guys do a show at my restaurant? And
sure.
we're like, okay, we'll take 5 minutes and turn it into an hour and a half.
2 hours.
Sure. And we did it. We loaded the place. And it was our very first experience of doing a show with all the characters and different things and different kinds.
And we also, I want to... I'll say, with the help of our third partner at the time, Frank Cereal. Okay. So we all grew up together. At that point, I think 25 years, 30 years.
Did you guys go to high school together at all?
Yep, we went to high school, Henniger.
Oh, you were Henniger?
Yeah, Henniger, yep.
I didn't know you went to Henniger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. See, Dominic, the cousins went to
they went to the good one.
Oliver,
I know you guys have great clarity to what you're talking about. Just in case listeners are confused, you guys are in the comedy business.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No, right.
Of course.
Yes.
We sell insurance.
The variety show is basically, it's kind of a throwback to Carol Burnett, Dean Martin shows, Flip Wilson, all of those shows kind of put together, and it's just growing up old school.
Yep.
So we kind of do sketches, we do stand-up, we do music, we have people that come in and sing or do magic or whatever. It's a full variety show. It is a comedy experience.
And one thing we do want to say and make clear, you do not have to be Italian to understand the show. A lot of people go, well, you know, if I was Italian, I'd like to come. It has nothing to do with the actual being of that.
Right.
We have people, Spanish, we have Asian, Portuguese, African American.
All the lesser people.
Oh, Jesus.
I get that.
He's struggling to say things not Italian. Did you see him? He's like, there's other people.
We call them Medigons.
Yes.
We call them Medigons.
Those are the first people we go to after the show to see if they enjoyed it.
And they understood it.
We really want to know if it's a universal thing. When we put it on stage, we try to make it universal. It's not just about growing up Italian. It's about growing up old school. No matter what culture you're from, there's always old school and new school.
So the Uncle Louie VarietyShow.com.
Yes, that's where you can.
So that's where they can. And are you on Facebook and other things too?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. I don't know what we're doing on TikTok, but something's blowing up.
We're doing dances.
TikTok.
We're doing dances, baby.
So we are on TikTok and YouTube as well. So we're everywhere.
Yeah.
Right, and it really is. I mean, sure, there's a couple of swear words here and there, but it's good, clean fun too.
Absolutely, it's something
really
you grew
all
up
about
with.
Family.
It is. It's innocent. It's not vulgarity. My father would say, you know, the F word in normal conversation.
like it was somebody's name.
Yeah, in normal conversation
My
to a
grandmother
priest.
same
You
way.
know, so it is what it is.
funny.
We try not to do that, but this is what you would probably hear on a Sunday dinner at your nona's or your grandparents' house. So nothing that someone's going to sit there and go, "Oh my God, we've never heard
So
this."
if my kid goes to your house for dinner, is it okay?
Your kid has been to my house many of times for dinner. That's a little inside Steve.
That's how he understands a broken English.
My oldest son and Steve's son are best friends forever and ever.
And who knew? We didn't know.
I didn't know he had the show until I saw his face on the wall.
Shows how much my son talks about me.
And we talk all the time, and so yeah, we go on vacations. We bring his son. We love him dearly, and he's one of the good guys.
Yep.
And he's a hero. He's a hero, and you know what I mean. He's a hero.
So you guys are both musicians too. You play. You play a little guitar.
Guitar, yep.
You'll hear a little bit of the accordion.
Yeah, my uncle used to call it the accordion.
Accordion.
You gotta bring in the fisarmonica.
La fisarmonica.
Well, that's the thing. It was a big chick magnet back in the day.
Chick bliss, man.
My father's a musician. My father's a musician, and he used to play at Lemoyne Manor with Jumpy Jumpantista.
Oh my
was an
God!
accordion player.
God.
That's where my reception was.
Yeah.
But
We know every Italian's reception.
It was in the contract when you're Italian in America.
Where are you gonna go? Lemoyne Manor. What?
Why not? What else?
Take the pictures by the water wheel.
Hotel Syracuse, you pay.
Yeah, it was Pompey Church and Lemoyne Manor.
That's
That's
it.
basically it.
So in your show, what are people going to see over at the Palace? What can they look forward to?
They're going to go. We want people to go through a journey with us on stage, and I always say, for a long time, these words and phrases and even the characters haven't been around in these people's families for decades or more, and they stopped hearing the words and the laughter, and hopefully we bring them through a journey in an hour and a half, 2 hours, and these words and accents that have been dormant for however long their relatives have been gone, we bring them back to life for a little bit.
Bring back those memories, and we want them, you know, because when you go out and you see a comedy show, you see one thing. Normally, you see one thing for an hour and a half, and you're going to get, you know, by the time you're looking at your watch. So we want to make sure out of that hour and a half, 2 hours, we want to make sure you leave with an experience. You just had an experience, and that was, and we're going to keep hitting at you. Sketches, stand-up,
Tom's
music,
looking at his
all
watch now
over.
because the set's over. Go ahead, Tom.
No,
The premier old school comedy experience. That's what we titled it. The premier old school comedy experience.
Well, get on YouTube and check these guys out. The Uncle Louie Variety Show. Check it out, and the comedy music is really funny.
Yeah, our videos go viral, millions and millions. So
great.
thank you to everybody. Again, we'll be in Syracuse on the 29th of September at the Palace Theater, James Street.
Thank you
Wonderful.
all.
It's great to have you guys on, and we'd
Thank
love
you
to
very
have
much.
you on again. And I say, ci vediamo.
Ci vediamo.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Coming up next, we'll talk with Jason Odom. He's the assistant general manager at the Spaghetti Warehouse right here on the local show on 570 WSYR.